Welcome to the Daily Rewind, brought to you by thisdayinbaseball.com. My name's Tom Hannon, and I am your host. On today's show, February 10th, I'm happy to bring you Allie Reynolds to talk about his second no-hitter in 1951. Allie Reynolds was born on this day on February 10th, 1917 in Bethany, Oklahoma. He made his debut pitching for the Cleveland Indians in 1942, and he was eventually traded to the New York Yankees for future Hall of Famer Joe Gordon. Reynolds, as a Yankee, will go on to win 68% of his starts for the Bombers and lead the league in ERA in 1952. Now here is the story of his second no-hitter. He pitched it on September 28, 1951. He joined Johnny Vandermeer as the only two hurlers to date to fire two no-hitters in one season. Reynolds easily won the game 8-zip over the Boston Red Sox, and it clinched the American League pennant. The ending, though, was not one without drama. After the first out of the inning, Dom DiMaggio drew a walk, Reynolds' fourth pass of the game. Reynolds then caught Pesky looking at a wicked curve for his ninth punch-out of the game. Up stepped Ted Williams, who had managed only 6 hits and 2 RBIs in his previous 30 at-bats. Williams hits a high pop-up behind the plate for what appeared to be the last out. The normally sure-handed future Hall of Famer himself, Yogi Berra, misjudged the ball as it moved in the wind. The ball squirmed out of his glove, wrote New York Times sports writer John Drebinger, and the catcher tumbled sprawling on his face. Reynolds, after colliding with Berra and concerned that he might have stepped on his all-star backstop's hand, went back to the mound. Armed with what Joe Looney called a blazing fastball all afternoon, Reynolds fed Williams another heater, which the kid popped up again. This time Berra caught it easily to secure Reynolds' no-hitter. The game was completed in just 2 hours and 12 minutes. Reynolds only needed 119 pitches to record the 5th no-hitter in Yankees history and his league-leading 7th shutout of the season. The Yankees will clinch the pennant in the nightcap. And here is Allie Reynolds to tell you about his no-hitter.
Well, of course, it would be a no-hit ball game, or was a no-hit ball game, as early as the 6th and 7th inning. I was calculating which hitters I would have to face, and of course I had it worked out. If everything would have, according to Hoyle, I would not have to pitch to Ted Williams. It didn't work out as planned. Unfortunately, I walked Dom DiMaggio, I believe, in the 8th inning, so this put Williams up to hit for the final out. Fortunately, he popped the ball up, and Yogi appeared to have it all away, except he dropped it. I said, well, let's try him again. And darn if he didn't, pop the thing up again, and this time Yogi caught it.
That was pretty cool. I just love listening to these old players talk about how they saw the game and how non-sterile it is, and they just talk openly about what happened and how it happened, and it's just I find it so enjoyable to bring you these clips. So this clip was one I found a long time ago when I used to own a website called The Baseball Page, and I believe it came from the dead ball era, but I'm really not 100% sure. But you can check out that website, the dead ball era, and it has tons of great stuff on it. And there's lots of audio clips on there and stories, and there's some great stuff on there worth checking out. As always, I'm going to ask you about 2 things. 1, if you enjoy the show, please tell a friend. It's the #1 way that we get found. If you tell a friend, you share the show, that is how we get found, and that's how we can keep bringing you these great stories. And by all means, please subscribe, because this way you'll know when new content comes out all the time. So sharing is caring, and so we love for you to share the show, and of course, please subscribe. And secondly, if you enjoyed this show, and enjoyed Allie Reynolds, you can go to thisdayinbaseball.com and you can actually sponsor Allie Reynolds' page. Or maybe you want to sponsor, Yogi Berra, Ted Williams, the New York Yankees. There are literally hundreds of thousands of pages to sponsor. You may be both pages of Allie Reynolds no-hitters in 1951 you might want to sponsor. So whatever it is, check out thisdayinbaseball.com/page sponsor and sponsor your favorite page. Share your favorite memories. And that's it for today's show. Until next time, I'm out. I hope to see you at the ballpark. Peace.